No edits, no script. 3, 2, 1, go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pleb. In today's video, we are going to talk about Viva Frei's video that he released on Twitter today that went absolutely viral. Viva Frei made a video calling out Justin Trudeau's hypocrisy. It's an absolute masterpiece. You guys are really going to enjoy watching this one. Viva Frei spent his whole morning making this video and it blew up on Twitter. If the video is so good that I'm gonna make a YouTube video about this video, ladies and gentlemen. We'll watch this together. You won't want to miss it. But before the video starts, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the Pleb. Internet censorship is here in Canada. Bill C-11, Trudeau controlling the algorithms. Do not let the communist Trudeau government decide who you watch on YouTube. You decide, hit subscribe, post notifications so you don't miss my video. Let's start today's story. So today's story starts with a viral video on Twitter from none other than a friend of the Pleb, Mr. Viva Frei. Viva Frei comes out with a tweet here saying Justin Trudeau is trying to gaslight the world. He is such a gaslighter, it defies reality. Brilliant, 100% agreed. He is the biggest gaslighter in the world. This took me all morning to edit. Make it live forever. Well, the Pleb is going to help you make this live forever, Viva. I'm going to make a video about this, and my audience is going to enjoy this because this video is awesome. I know you guys hate Trudeau, but watch this video. It's going to call out all his hypocrisy. We're going to watch it together, familia. Let's start the clip.
I want to end today by speaking directly to kids once again. I know many of you are in virtual school again. Many of you have made more sacrifices over Christmas, over the holidays, not seeing your friends, not seeing your loved ones. This is not easy. And I know almost half of kids across this country have gotten their vaccine from ages 5 to 12. And there are people who've probably gotten very sick from vaccinations.
We know there is a risk, a very small risk, 1 in 5,000 that may get myocarditis, for example.
We need to get more. So please ask your parents if you can get vaccinated. Getting vaccinated protects yourself, protects your family, protects your grandparents, protects vulnerable people.
Plus, getting vaccinated makes Justin Trudeau rich too, apparently. Justin Trudeau's net worth just skyrocketed during the pandemic. I wonder how that happened. The
Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market.
Did we know about stopping immunization before it entered the market? No. We had to really move at the speed of science to really understand what is taking place in the market.
These documents were signed at the beginning of the pandemic, when everybody was desperate for vaccines, when companies were being told to rush vaccine production. Do testing in an unprecedented way, in a way they normally don't do it. So these companies were exposed to way higher liability, putting their products on the market than they normally would, because they didn't do the type of testing that normally takes these drugs years to come to market.
I love you, Viva Frei. I love that. This is so good. Let's keep it rolling.
We have heard that Pfizer has now...
Look at that doofus in the background just staring at Justin Trudeau like he's a god. That masked doofus.
Now submitted for regulatory approval at Health Canada a pediatric vaccine for kids 5 to 11.
Criminal.
That's why these companies said, if I'm going to deliver you this product that I haven't tested in my normal way, I want to have different conditions.
And there are people who've probably gotten very sick from vaccinations.
We know there is a risk, a very small risk, 1 in 5,000 that may get myocarditis, for example.
But you know what helps lift restrictions? You know what helps move beyond lockdowns? Vaccinations.
Because they didn't do the type of testing that normally takes these drugs years to come to market.
Did we know about stopping immunization before it entered the market? No.
When Canadians get vaccinated, including with our vaccine mandates that ensure the federal public service and anyone getting on planes or trains are vaccinated, that has helped move forward, keep Canadians safe, and most importantly, to keep our frontline health workers who've been heroes during this pandemic from being overwhelmed.
These agreements require employees of the Government of Canada that access these documents to sign confidentiality agreements. And why is that? Why is there much more redactions in these documents than in other documents? These documents were signed when everybody was desperate for vaccines, when companies were being told to rush vaccine production.
Those people are putting us all at risk.
Do testing in an unprecedented way, in a way they normally don't do it.
Those people are putting us all at risk.
These companies were exposed to way higher liability because they didn't do the type of testing that normally takes these drugs years to come to market.
Those people are putting us all at risk.
And there
Oh my God.
are people who've probably gotten very sick from vaccinations.
What do you do with someone with an allergy? What do you do with someone who's immunocompromised, or someone who, for religious or deep convictions, decides that no, they're not going to get a vaccine? We're not a country that makes vaccination mandatory.
I believe the vaccines should be mandatory. But I make a distinction, and I have always had, between someone choosing. But I make it.
That makes vaccination mandatory.
I believe the vaccines should be mandatory. But I make a distinction, and I have always have, between someone choosing for personal reasons.
Exemptions will be exceedingly narrow and, to be honest, somewhat onerous to obtain.
But I make a distinction, and I have always have, between someone choosing for personal reasons.
Simply having a personal conviction that vaccines are bad will not be nearly enough to qualify for an exemption to that.
And someone deliberately using misinformation to mislead and scare other people with so-called facts that aren't facts at all.
A very small risk, 1 in 5,000, that may get myocarditis, for example.
That lead them to make a choice that endangers their lives and the lives of other citizens.
And the lives of other citizens.
Did we know about stopping immunisation before it's entered the market? No.
And therefore, while not forcing anyone to get vaccinated, I believe the vaccines should be mandatory for travel on planes and trains. While not forcing anyone to get vaccinated, if anyone who doesn't have a legitimate medical reason for not getting fully vaccinated chooses to not get vaccinated, there will be consequences. There will be consequences.
There will be consequences.
While not forcing anyone to get vaccinated, I chose to make sure that all the incentives and all the protections were there to encourage Canadians to get vaccinated.
Yeah, what incentives? Losing our jobs, losing our careers, losing our homes, the ability to feed our kids, the ability to go to a mall, the ability to have a normal life. You literally segregated society. You are evil scum.
Tous les deux, on a une seule dose.
Ah oui? Puis est-ce que vous êtes d'accord, vous autres, avec la vaccination obligatoire?
Oui.
Oui?
Oh,
Ah oui, hein?
yeah,
Puis
kids.
qu'est-ce qu'on devrait faire avec les gens qui veulent pas se faire vacciner?
On devrait appeler la police.
Oui.
All the
S'ils n'ont
police.
pas leur vaccin, ça peut mettre beaucoup de personnes en danger. Fait que comme le gouvernement est en train de faire en ce moment, il faut leur couper petite chose à petite jusqu'à temps qu'ils se donnent puis qu'ils se fassent vacciner.
What is
Those people are putting us all at risk.
There will be consequences.
Oh boy, that video was an absolute masterpiece, Viva Frei. Well done. It was well worth your entire morning of editing that. Thank you for editing that. Quick question. Who are those little kids on TV? Who fed those kids those scripts? Telling those kids that people who weren't vaccinated should go to prison. Oh my God. What a wild 3 years that was. Let's go to Twitter and see what everyone had to say about Viva Frei's ultra viral video, which has like 8,000 likes in like 5 hours and like almost 5,000 retweets in like 5 hours. Wild. Still going 5 hours later. Either way, let's kind of see what Twitter had to say about this this video here, Viva. Masterpiece, by the way. I love the pleb loved it. Our first comment comes from Liz Churchill saying, absolutely brilliant. Thank you for this. I agree. I think everyone who watched this would agree. Thank you, Viva, for spending your whole morning editing this masterpiece. Well done. Beautiful. Mr. Sunshine Baby, buddy of the pleb, the most hated man on the planet. I don't think anyone watching this video would disagree with Mr. Sunshine's statement right there. It's a very safe statement. Our next comment comes from Ryan Garrettson. Well done, Viva. This is great. I think we can all agree after watching that beauty of a video. Elliot Caesar saying, this needs to be retweeted to eternity, for eternity. Well, you know what? I agree with you, but I wanted to do more than retweet it. I made a video about it, so everyone on YouTube would not miss this absolute gem. A last comment here coming from Glenn saying, thanks, Viva. I hate this so much. I think we all agree it was 6 minutes of Trudeau cringe, but thank you, Viva Frei, for putting that beautiful video together, pointing out Trudeau's hypocrisy, calling out Trudeau for the scumbag that he is. How about you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of Viva's editing skills? Was this a good video? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Plebs video. And let's have Justin Trudeau hit the outro and tell you guys what to do, because nothing would piss Trudeau off more than seeing him promote the Pleb. Hit it, Trudeau.
And as we all know on YouTube, really important, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk soon. I just seen a lot of YouTubers do that.